We are Two Guys Playing Zelda, and you can follow us on Twitter at Two Guys Play Zelda or email us at twoguysPlayingZelda@gmail.com.
Welcome to part 2 of our walkthrough for the Woodfall Temple. And this little room right here is kind of tricky. You're going to see the platforms we need to fly across to. We got to work our way around these tree limbs to get there.
And I don't get to kill those flies, but it is best if you can get them out of the way. And watch out, there are holes in this floor. I'm not exactly sure where they take you, but you don't want to fall on them.
It's got to be all the way back almost down to that
down below.
room.
Yeah, it's got to take you down below, I would think. Yeah.
Well, that's what I was worried when you first fell off that ledge right off the bat in this room.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to fall off.
No.
I was ready to laugh very hard.
It wouldn't be the first time I made a mistake in this game.
That is...
But yeah, I imagine it takes you down to the room below.
Yeah, which could take you a while to work your way back to the top.
Like, yeah, you want to kill these things because you can be flying through the air, and they can knock you out of the air.
Yeah, yeah. Or they can knock you off these platforms. I mean, either way, it's bad.
And go ahead and get them. And man, dude, I pull a close one coming up right here on this one. You'll see me, I shoot out, and I think that the one from me is going to keep on going farther to the right.
Yep.
And then right here, it takes a turn on me. And I was like, are you kidding me?
I just want to take the scenic.
Watch how close this one is.
Oh,
right on the corner. And then I spun off.
It was a good landing. It was a good landing.
I would have quit the temple right there if I would have spun off.
Oh, that would have been hilarious. Especially if you would have fallen through one of the holes at the bottom.
Oh, don't even say it. That's not even funny. That's not even funny, Reds.
Like we mentioned earlier, though, I love how this temple really takes advantage of you in Deku form with some of these puzzles and obstacles. So.
And on this switch right here, you gotta go back to being Link to actually push it down.
Yep.
The DQ person ASCII thing will not be heavy enough to do that. And you'll want to do this because it allows a shortcut if you do fall down to kind of get back up into that area.
That's what those ladders you just saw up here will definitely help you get back here if you should screw up and fall. Yeah.
And then we'll be facing the mini boss right here, going to this next room where we'll get the item, which, as we already told you, is the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
The hero's bow, I think.
Is this the big lizard? Lizalfos?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, this is what we mentioned earlier. We kind of make fun of how in the world Bubbles can kill some of these enemies.
He does, and I will demonstrate this right here. And I actually left this in on purpose. If he hits you with his flames, it will restart the whole fight, which he'll do right here.
Oh man, it doesn't look like he hit you though.
No, it doesn't. But yeah, if he hits you, it will restart. But the easiest way to actually kill him is with bubbles.
Yep.
Just kind of do like a spin attack, and it'll make him blue. You'll see here, then blow 2 bubbles, not in a row.
Yeah.
But blow 2 bubbles, and you got him.
Yeah, and you get far enough away from him, you won't even shoot that fire attack.
But by far the easiest way to beat him was right there.
Oh, and there you saw just 2 hits.
Oh yeah, and he's done.
And only one minor screw up where we had to restart.
But what? I wonder. I probably lost some life on that one. I would think.
Yeah. Well, you're sitting there with full health right now.
I
don't know.
Yeah, I might not have lost any health.
You think getting torched with
fire
while you're in Deku form?
And you're like kind of you're made of wood, aren't you?
It looks like
form. Yeah, he's made of wood. He definitely is.
But now we got the hero's bow, which pretty typical to get that in an early dungeon in Zelda games.
But in the original, or not original Zelda, well, it definitely looked original in the original Zelda, but in Ocarina of Time, it just looked like an original bow. Like, there wasn't really any design to it.
Yeah.
In this game, you kind of see like a lot more design in the bow, which is kind of cool.
It's a hero's bow.
Yeah.
Now, it does definitely have a little bit more intricate detail to it. I like it. And here's the eye that we mentioned in part 1 of our walkthrough that... And we said if you're a veteran of Zelda games, you know you'll be shooting that.
I'm obviously not a veteran of shooting arrows.
It only took you 2 tries. It's not too bad. Back into Deku. You definitely spend a lot of time switching from form to form in this one.
But as you've mentioned a couple times, like, yeah, I do like being able to fly. I think that's kind of the coolest part of this whole temple.
It really is. It takes advantage of your flying and water jumping abilities.
Which we do a lot of this in Southern Swamp, which is before this temple.
So you definitely learn the mechanics of it and everything before you get in here, which is nice. They'll just throw you in here and say, okay, now figure it out.
No. And then here we have another mini-boss. Man, that's like 4, actually. Yeah. Well, some of them were just more enemies rather than mini-bosses.
Yeah, so. This was considerably tougher, though, than the lizard.
And I think you actually had to hit him with your sword there the first 2 times.
Probably. But now that we've got him on Turtleback here, I guess you would call it.
Yes,
you know the routine, how to kill these turtles from one of the earlier rooms. We eventually have to turn into Deku form and get him from underneath.
Yeah, pop him up, and then the frog will go flying all over the place on the ceiling, and that's really like, it's tough to zoom in on him and actually find him. In this battle.
It's a big room.
See, I think you got him 3 times with the arrow, but yeah, the hardest part is I find it easy just to go ahead and cock your bow and kind of just go around the room and find him, like I'm kind of doing right here, which I missed him, but and then zoom on him after you find him. So that's really the easiest way. Just kind of circle, cock your bow, circle around.
Yep. Then immediately turn back into Deku form and repeat the process 2 more times, and you'll be good to go. Just make sure you hit him.
Yeah, hey. I'm sorry you're perfect when you play these games. I'm sorry you get them on the first try every time.
Like we've always said, these aren't necessarily walkthroughs.
You forget that every time you say something about me, I remember it.
Oh,
when you play through a dungeon.
We have good times. But yeah, that's 2 times we got him here. We'll get him one more time.
It really is one of the. I mean, it's not too hard once you know how to beat him, but
yeah.
If you don't know how to beat him, I remember this boss right here. It took me a couple chances the first time I played this game.
Especially if you can't find him jumping around the walls. And I don't know how long you have before
it's not. Back. I mean, it's not too long. I mean, it's a little bit of time, but it's not too long.
Yeah. Man, those spiked turtles, though.
The good thing he doesn't move. Can you imagine if he moved at the same time you were trying to shoot him?
Oh, don't even say that. That sounds terrible.
And he turns into a frog right here, and you get to do something with these frogs layered on the game. What is that, Hick? I don't know.
I honestly can't tell you.
But I know there's some side quest with those frogs. I just can't remember what it is.
Are they the same frogs that were in Ocarina's of Time?
Yeah, well, I don't know if they're the same frogs as this tournament. They're not going to hop their way all the way across Hyrule Field. But
I don't know. He's got a turtle to ride on. He probably could have got there a little quicker.
That's true. That's true.
But beating him gets us the boss key finally.
You know, one thing I wish they would have changed in this game is the design of the boss key chest.
Yeah.
They made some. I mean, it was very similar to Ocarina of Time, but they made so many things different that I think just making that boss key treasure chest look different would have been something pretty cool for the game.
Yeah. And I still think that treasure chest should be saved for the actual treasure of the dungeon, but that's another conversation in time.
I can see that, or a different design for even that one, maybe.
Agreed.
That would be cool. But I think we're kind of making our way to the boss, really. Well, we just got the boss key, so duh.
Yeah.
Stupidest comment. Well, no, it's not. No, it's not. We've had dumber comments than that.
We definitely have.
But I think we just got some fairies, kind of.
Yeah, and we still have to do a couple puzzles here that I thought were pretty cool. With using the torches and arrows to light other torches.
And the thing on this game is you actually have to shoot a little bit above the flame and also the torch to actually hit it. If you try to shoot, like, kind of, I guess, through the top, it won't work.
Yeah.
So you want to aim a little bit above. You can see right there. I'm pretty far above right there, torch.
And I always like these puzzles, and this is the second game they've had these puzzles. I always like we had to line up the torches like that.
Yeah, that is kind of cool.
Took forever to figure out how to do it the first time or two.
And then we'll have to do it later on here while that thing is spinning.
Oh, that's a tough shot.
Yeah.
Takes a few times around.
But yeah, I think we'll get here's one fairy. I think we'll get another one in this room.
Let's see.
And then we shoot the torch to light up the door, I think, so.
This is our 8th. Man, we might get 2 or 3 more in this room.
Yeah.
Or at least close to here, anyway.
I can't remember how many fairies are in which room. I have a hard enough time remembering where the 15 fairies are.
We definitely get another 1 or 2.
Yeah.
I think. But,
we'll get one right here. We'll push this switch down, and a treasure chest will pop up.
Yep.
And that'll give us another fairy. And then we'll have to get on that spinny thingy and shoot the flame through another. Oh my lord! It's not the easiest one. I think I get on the 3rd shot maybe, but yeah, it's a little tough thing.
And you'll notice here what we mentioned in walkthrough part 1 is that water is no longer poisonous now. And it may have been when you beat the frog boss.
I think it was. I think when you got the boss key.
I think so.
Well, but did we ever pay attention to the swamp water after we beat the or got the bow?
No, not really.
I didn't really pay attention.
After you got the lizard, yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know. It's either after you get the bow or the boss key. It's one of those two. But I think it's the boss key. I feel like.
You might even come into a room after you between the bow and the boss key.
And we've already been in this room right here, but there's still 2 fairies that we need to get. And don't shoot this beehive right here. Don't shoot the one on the right.
Oh man, yeah, this hornet.
Well, I was trying to hit him with my sword. I didn't know how to kill this guy.
I don't know either. I honestly don't know.
So.
Yeah.
You
retracted the wrong thing.
Yeah, those things are deadly. You see me, I just forget this, man. I'm getting in the water.
I don't know, can you bomb them like the candy?
You probably could use the blast mask or a bomb right there. I didn't.
Or blast mask.
I started panicking right there, man.
Hey, I like your approach. Get in the water though.
Yeah.
We'll follow you.
Little
swing and a miss on that dive, but that's all
right. I had a movie in mind where the kid, my girl.
Oh my
god!
goodness.
Where he gets stung by bees, I think he dies. So that's not a good example. To
no,
use. So he runs and jumps in the water. That's what I was thinking of right there. Was run, jump in the water.
Hey, it's a smart approach.
It worked, didn't it?
And eventually he goes away.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. I kind of got a little lost down here in the water.
Yeah, it looks like you should be able to climb on one of those ledges there,
But you have to use the steps right there. And
Yeah.
no, I think that bee comes back, but he's on the other side of the block, and this makes me mad. This fairy gets on one side of the block, but it can't fly over to me.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Well, the good news is the bee can't fly over it.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. But you can see it didn't take much health, if any at all, did it?
I don't think it did. Or maybe getting the fairy restores your health. I don't know.
Ooh, that could be true. I
I'm honestly not sure.
never paid attention to that.
Because I mean, that bee stung you about 30 times.
Yeah, it did. It sure did.
And he's gonna get you again.
Yes.
Here. I agree with you. It's stupid. You can't get the fairy here. And with that, join us for part 3 as we work our way up to the boss fight.